our government official, Mr. Togo.
Thank you so kindly, Director Comlet. Without much delay, let me quickly, because of the time factor, let me quickly invite to stage the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, the official spokesperson of this government. I would have done the introduction of our guests, but let he do that for the public. So let's let you Julius Brennan is giving this time to do that. Thanks already.
Good morning, dear colleagues of the media. Good morning to all our friends, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, fathers, mothers, brothers and sisters across our area and the rest of the world listening to us through various platforms of the media in Liberia. I'd like to thank you for taking time this morning to be here. It's not our regular media application day, but it was important for us to call you all here this morning at the Ministry of Information for Culture and Tourism. We've done so because of recent developments in the ongoing investigation by the Liberian National Police of the February 22nd incident that occurred at the home of the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, Cllr Gloria Scott. We all know that because of that incident, one person died, Ms. Charloe Musu, and this has led to an ongoing investigation by the Liberian National Police. There's been much public craving for an update from the police with respect to its ongoing investigation and its work. So today the police have come to provide the public much needed vital information they have gathered in the course of the various contours of investigation, so that the public is brought up to date and speed as to where the police is with respect to the investigation. Without much ado, because time is of the essence here, I'd like to call number 3. He's the head of the Crime Investigative Division of the Liberian National Police, Prince Mulder, who leads the police investigation in these matters. To come up to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. All protocols observed. Members of the press, our citizens in Radio Land, some 3.5 months ago, the Liberian National Police embarked on a critical investigation into the incident that occurred at the home of former Chief Justice Councilor Gloria Musu Scott in Lower Virginia, Montserrat County, on February 22nd, 2023. During our investigation, all along we have called parties to this investigation as, first of all, the Musu's family as victim or family of the victim. They have been treated as such from the beginning. Others were considered persons of interest. And so the investigation had taken very long because this is a very critical issue that one of our own, a young lady called Charloe Musu, was gruesomely murdered. And so it takes the police all it can to establish or to identify perpetrators of such heinous crime. And that is why we've been so meticulous to come up with facts and not to speculate or to hold the wrong person for the wrong reason. We believe that it's good to free 10 criminals on the basis of the law or for forgiveness than to hold one innocent person. This is something that we are always careful not to do. And so today, we come to let the Liberian people know that this investigation that the Liberian National Police embarked on is coming to a close. We, at this point, have identified suspects, prime suspects, into the murder of Charloe Musu in connection to that incident which occurred on February 22nd at the home of former Chief Justice Cllr Gloria Musu Scott. And to let you know, the prime suspect in this case Councillors Gloria Musu Scott, Gertrude Newton, Alice E. Johnson, and Rebecca Winston. Those are all occupants of the house during the time of the incident. The one who asks why is finally being held as prime suspect. The theory is it had been established and proven beyond all reasonable doubt, first of all, that there was no intruder, as is being speculated or being alleged. No intruder at all. And because we are saying no intruder at all, we want to go to the extent that you, our Liberian people, a member of the folk estate, will know the home that we are talking about, the protection that this home has, how fortified the home is, to even have the slightest thought that this home will be infiltrated by an unknown person and commit crime and escape again. This is what we want you to know, that the police have got no reason to accuse anybody falsely. We have got nothing to hide. We have done this work in partners with other stakeholders, credible stakeholders, and citizens alike. We got witnesses, credible witnesses, who at the appropriate time will appear in court to testify. And so I've come with me the deputy, my immediate deputy. He's Commissioner Emmanuel Do Jirikan. He's the deputy for crime investigation, criminal intelligence, and interpol affairs of the Liberian National Police. He's been supervising this investigation while we provide guidance. We have with us Assistant Commissioner Blade, or Deputy Commissioner Blade, sorry. Deputy Commissioner Blade is the Deputy Commissioner for Crime Services. He's the lead investigator, and closely assisted by Assistant Commissioner Moreau A. Dennis, the Chief Criminal Investigator, Republic of Liberia. And then, in contemporary policing, we are effective, only effective if we have people who run the intelligence for us. And so we came with our Deputy Chief of Intelligence, who have been working in the background to unveil some of the stuff that we're looking for, give us some of the credible information that will lead us to successfully concluding this case and prosecuting perpetrators. And so we got a full house, and I want to pause to give the Deputy Commissioner and his team a chance to display on the board where the incident took place, the incident scene, and some of the, we're not going to go into details because there is tomorrow for court. So we're going to give you an overview of how the home of Councillor Gloria Musu and Charges looked like. And he will give you the details. Not to take much of our time, I pause for now to listen to Commissioner Blake.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Inspector General. Basically, member of the Folk Estates, following the ongoing investigation, I would like to display for you a 3D dimension of Cllr Scott resident. This is a 3D dimension of Cllr Scott resident as developed by our engineers. This is the kitchen of Cllr Scott. This is the garage, this is the pantry. This is the living room quarter. The side of the building is the sleeping quarter. As you can see, this house is being protected by an iron door here, iron door, iron door, iron door, and another iron door. This house is heavily protected. And as you can see, this is a one-story building. This place is cast. This is a pictorial view of the house. It's a hostel building. So this entire place is cast. So, as you can see, in this room is a children's room. This is where we have two of the suspects along with the victim, which is the C. In this other room, we have one of our suspects, Rebecca Whistler. In this room, In this room, this room is occupied by suspect Cllr Scott. This is Cllr Scott's bathroom, and this is another empty room, and this is the empty room bathroom. So, this house, like I said, is heavily guarded by virtue by the fact of these doors, these iron doors. And the window bar is being installed in a way, manner and form that no intruder can make a way in, neither can any intruder make a way out, except by way of another intervention. So our investigators, our crime scene investigator, visited the crime scene. We did a walk around of the entire building. On our analysis, it was proven that indeed it was not possible at any point in time for an intruder to have made their way into this house. One may ask about the lighting condition of this house. At night, it's a generator placed on. So I say we alleged that an arrow was in the house. It's not true. There were lights in this house in the commission of the crime. The only way residents of the house were able to come out on the day of the incident is by an intervention of a security guard who were posted here and applied force on one of the window bars by the use of lights before the residents were able to exit the house, which is three of our suspects. So at the time of that action, the entire place was still sealed. Up to the time, community members responded to aid based on their land. This place was completely sealed. Upon the entry of the community member, they searched room by room with the light and the visibility stay clear. So none of these persons were able to testify that there was an intruder. So, member of the listening public, member of the folk estates, this is our diagram.
Before we can go further, you may want to know what intervention those that came to assist. No, it's okay. What intervention
that they made. The window that was cracked open for 3 of the suspects to come out was the very window through which we have community members entering to go and apprehend the alleged or the so-called armed robber. But when they entered and searched, they saw no one else besides Cllr Scott and deceased Charloe Musu. At the time, she was not a deceased. All right? You also note that besides their presence, 3 security guards, one of whom was her relative, who was outside posted. When they heard the yelling sound of someone cry within the building. I just want you to know that.
So, in addition to the structure, we have this house, like I said, the iron doors. All the doors you see, they are being guarded by iron doors and a wooden door. This door leading to the living quarter is also have an iron door and a wooden door for lock. So, like I said, this facility is almost like a maximum security, on a maximum security level. So, for our analysis, it was shown that it was proven there was no intruder. Thank you very much.
Thank you for Commissioner Blake, thank you for the presentation. And so we have arrested, as we speak, suspect Cllr Musu and Charges, along with 3 others, have been arrested since yesterday, as of yesterday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And because of the gravity of this issue, seeing being murder case, you will understand that they will no longer be at their private home while investigation is going on. They are being investigated on 3 charges. You want to know that. These people are being investigated on 3 charges, ranging from murder, criminal conspiracy, and false report to law enforcement officials. Those are the 3 charges they are being investigated on. And as we speak, for your knowing, we have habeas corpus on us. It will interest you to know that these people were arrested yesterday in the afternoon. Their Miranda rights were read to them. All along, no one had been declared suspect until yesterday. And so, as a matter of professionalism, as a matter of law, their rights were read to them, making them to know that they are the prime suspect of the crime. And to our surprise, we got habeas corpus on us. And so we'll be responding to that habeas corpus through our counsel this afternoon. To tell the court, maybe the court wants to know why we're holding them. So to explain to them why we are holding them. But as per law, we use the revised penal law of Liberia as our guide. So we're not doing anything outside the law. The reason why the case has dragged is it started from the beginning, very onset. You also want to know why you, as a victim, somebody according to you have intruded your home and inflicted a wound on one of you or killed one person, and you want to report this case to the police. Why would you want a lawyer to be present before you report your case? That has been the case. Some of the delay that we endured. We would have solved this case ever since. But regrettably, we were not given due cooperation by our suspects now. So that has been some of the reasons why the case delayed. And so, like I said, because of the gravity of this case, our suspect, Cllr Musu and Charges, and 3 others are with the police. And within the statutory period of 48 hours, they will be proceeding to court. Thank you.
That was it for myself. I'm gonna finish my
Thank you so kindly, wonderfully. So at this point in time, we will take
people at
almost
1-3.
5 questions. Call your name, get to the queue. Call your name, your institution. Please be straight to the point. 5 questions. 5 questions.
So that's it. Discussion from the Minister
Come there, please wait. Let the 5 persons.
one of General Etopo, discussion of just 5 questions will be permitted
1, 2, 3, 4.
at the press conference.
Thank you. Take up the line. Stand behind people. Thank you.
President, please cut the line behind you. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Gloria Phillips. I work for the New Liberian newspaper. I have a few questions for the police, which I answer them for you, please. According to the report, he said you work with other panels. I bet that you bring in the panels you work with, who will get that. He also talked about you invited other persons of interest. He also want to return those persons of interest. And finally, I want to know that the diagram you show, is there horse in fence? And how high or how tall is that fence? And whether other homes are closer to that fence? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. My name is Maurice Waleti and I report for OKFM. My first question is that you made mention of 2 rooms in a house. Can you explain to us in which one of the rooms the deceased were found? And also, this one is regarding the issue that took place at Point Johnson, as in the Point Johnson church. The last time, sorry, you came here and said 2 persons were on ongoing investigation. Can you give us?
That's right. We deal with the issue on the media advisory. Can you please come next?
All right, so thank you very much. My name is Prince Morgan, and I report for Prime FM and the USA focus on Liberia on TV. You have 3 persons you are confirming now as per investigation, the councillor and 3 other persons. My question is, at the time of the commission of the crime, what has the investigation established as to how many persons were in the house before having a 4-person not yet found? That's 1. Yesterday, it was rumored that you have charged them already, but the police said that was not done when it's done today. I want to know what was the debate yesterday when social media were all basing that Cllr Scott, the 3 other persons being charged, with the same charges just read. Why not yesterday?
Well, thank you very much. My name is Christopher B. Kenneth. I report for Radio 5 107.7. Well, I want to know, based on information from a citizen in the state during voting, you call in 2 individuals, Mayor Jefferson Koji and Vadi Telly. What is their status now in this case? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My name is Struggle Fly and I report for School FM and TV. A lot of Liberians are concerned. Normally when the Liberian National Police apprehends for contact criminal, they will call them to court maybe the same day. But yesterday we waited up to 7 o'clock, though he said in 48 hours, but we want to know where did the councillor sleep and how is she now?
Thank you for your questions. The last one is the last one. I will start from down. He wants to know why we didn't send a case to court yesterday, and where did the suspect sleep? If you were accused of killing human being or rape or again armed robbery, those are major state crimes that on our laws are not available. You understand? So the issue of the question of where did she sleep, of course, she slept at the police headquarters in police custody, in our holding cell. Like any other human being before the law, that's how the law enforcement acts. So when a suspect, especially in a murder case, is being arrested by police, the police will give you due courtesy, they respect you, they protect you. Everything is according to you, but you have to be in police custody in our holding cell. So to answer your question, she did sleep in the police holding cell, and she's well, she's very fine. Though I'm not a medical doctor, but from her posture, from her appearance, she's very strong. Somebody asked about the status of Mayor Jefferson T. Koji and Cllr, who were accused by Liberian Councilor Gloria, who resides in the United States of America. The investigative report will have full detail on their status, but for the better, for our own benefit, today we want to tell you that these two accused persons, including others that in subsequent time we call their name, we've got no sufficient, in fact, no evidence at all to link them to this crime. So, Jefferson T. Koji and Cllr, to be specific, that's why we repeat their names, have got nothing to do with this murder case, because there's no evidence to link them to this investigation. The one who divulged the information to the public before the police could get in touch with him, this Councilor Gloria, who had repeatedly said to us he had no evidence, whether documentary or whatsoever, but he was giving us information that we can use. And that information we use, it didn't sustain. It was not information that we can use to prosecute people. They had no valid evidence. What has the investigation established to say? There are other valid evidence or pieces of evidence that we have that are being reserved for court proceedings, which we cannot divulge at this public space. So, arrest must be based on probable cause. That's all I can tell you. So we've got all probable cause to have them arrested and to be reported to court. We could not have sent this case to court yesterday because the law provides for us a space at which we can process people. Like I said to you, if you listen, if you follow our investigation, every time we come here to give you information, we have not, at no point in time, announced anybody to be prime suspect. It was yesterday. So having prime suspect in the case yesterday gave us the time to work overtime, against time, to ensure that their rights are not violated within the statutory period of 48 hours. So in subsequent time, within that time frame, they will be arraigned before court. That's why they were not sent to court yesterday, because there are a lot of processes we got to go through in that time. That time is no longer for investigation. It's for processing party litigant to court. Which one of the rooms was the victim found? Of course, in the bathroom of one of the suspects from the Cllr Scott bathroom. The suspect was found, we together, was found in the bathroom of Cllr Scott. There she was picked up through the hospital. Somebody wants to know our partners. You are number one partner, very important one in the media. You are number one partner to this endeavor. And we want to appreciate you for your cooperation, the level of understanding, and the way you work with us to come this far. We want to appreciate you very highly. And there are other partners whose name we cannot call. That's why contemporary policing has to do with intelligence. So I will not divulge the source of intelligence to you. This is very important for us. Like you, the journalist, If I ask you from now the judgment, then you never give me your source. So why would you expect me to do that? You're some professional on my part to do so. So we get a lot of good partners, including yourself. I'm saying it because we can see vividly your cooperation. You are helping us now to send the information to the people who are yelling for justice in this country. I want to say thank you again. Yeah, somebody asked for a number of persons in the house. That's very important. There were 4. That includes the deceased, Charloe Musu, 5, right? So 4 are in our custody. Somebody said 3 persons in our custody. No, there are 4. Cllr Musu, Scott, and 3 others, making it 4 suspects right now. So 5 occupants, one of which is the deceased, Charloe Musu. Does that answer your question? Thank you.
Repeatedly, we have said that you are our partners in this process and keep being our partners. So let me, before we end this press conference, let me invite the Minister of Information who will close this press briefing, and then we leave and come back tomorrow for an important press conference. That ends. Your question is, please.
Thank you. But before I say my closing remarks, I'd like to call Deputy Commissioner Jennifer, who wants to say something.
Thank you, Commissioner Jidika. Emmanuel Do Jidika. We want you to also note that when the resident, the community members enter through the window, through which get through alleys and Rebecca, etc., and searched. Later, they went to Cllr Scott, and she provided the house key for both the house and the gate. Okay? You will know that those who went in used the key to open the panel door, as well as the steel door that was still locked up to the time they exited. And we need to take due note of that. So it means that the house remained, so there was no way for anyone to have exited because security tower was still posted where people entered to go to provide rescue operation. And that you will note, analysis revealed that all those who live in the Chief area are all female. And to add on, all our suspects are all female. So you know that. Thank you very much.
Okay, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the media, police, let me bring this media engagement with the police to an end with just a simple appeal to all of us. First, the media, not to try to judge this case in a court of public opinion. Allow for the justice system to do its work. Yes, we can discuss the merits and demerits of the various arguments when the case is forwarded to court. But please ensure that we do not give verdicts and act as though we are lawyers and judges in judging this case before the court itself can do its work. I'd like to appeal to the public also to to allow the justice system of our, the criminal justice system of our country to also do its work. For all of us Liberians, remember there's an adage in law. One is assumed innocent until proven guilty. We should not try to verify nor to impugn guilt or non-guiltiness, or non-guilt, so to speak, until our courts are competent enough to hear this case, hear it, and pass judgment. Cllr Scott is a former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. It is unfortunate that this situation has occurred, but she remains innocent until the law finds her guilty through a court of competent jurisdiction. Let's allow for the process to take place in civility, in sobriety, and in peace. We've already seen some level of political agitation. We are advising those planning to desist. The country is a country of laws. It's not of men, strong men. We've seen the era of strong men in our country, and we know what it cost us. Let's allow for the rule of law to take place. All of us, I'm sure members of the family, members of the public, the government itself, we all want justice to prevail in this matter. So let's allow for the justice system to do its work. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, I'd like to thank you for taking time to be at this afternoon. God bless you.
All right, so that brings to an end this press conference that was being held here at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, where the Liberian National Police is giving information and update on the current investigation involving the death of Charloe Musu, a daughter, a stepdaughter, if you may like, of former Chief Justice Gloria Musu Scott. The police are charged, she and 2 others members of her family, for murder, criminal conspiracy, and providing false information to the police. Keep following FOL. My name is Prince Mobile Video. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.